Pollution is the introduction of contaminants into the environment. It is created mostly by human action, but it can also be the result of natural disasters. Pollution has a detrimental effect on any living organism in an environment, making it virtually impossible to sustain life.
When I hear the word pollution, I think on many levels. First, I think of the waste that is thrown out by our citizens. I also think about the various smoke and dirt that's done and hurting the environment. I also think of what is being done to our waters when I see so much plastic bottles and indiscriminate dumping at our beaches. So when you see pollution in one phrase, unsightly mess that's affecting us in all areas on St. Lucia.
Land pollution is the contaminants of the land surface by factories, commercial, domestic and agricultural activities. Here are some tips to prevent land pollution. Avoid using plastic bags. Reuse any items that you can. Buy biodegradable products. Do not use pesticides. Use a tray to collect engine oil. Pollution is the accumulation of hazardous substances into the atmosphere that endanger human life and other living matter. Here are some sources of air pollution. Ways to prevent air pollution. Use smokeless energy sources, example, solar energy, biogas. Plant more trees, join a couple, don't smoke. Water pollution is a contamination of water so that it becomes unfit for usage. It can be caused by chemicals, physical and biological matter. Water pollution kills the quality of life that lives in it. Here are some ways we can reduce water pollution. Do not wash your vehicle near a water source. Inspect your septic tank every 3 to 5 years. Use less water. Apply natural pesticides and fertilizers. Use non-toxic cleaning materials. Do not wash paint brushes in the sink.
Okay, pollution affects in Lucia on many levels. Let us first look at how it affects us economically. Tourism is our main industry here in St. Lucia. And if we do not do something to solve the tourism problem, it could affect us drastically by discouraging tourists from visiting our island. No one wants to visit a dirty place. We can also look at the health issue. Right here in the city of Castries, we're having a problem with rodents. And one of the main causes of this problem is the pollution that is left behind by the vendors, by our citizens, where we just discard anything, food, plastic, everything, and give the rodent a good breeding ground here in the city of Castries. We've seen what has happened with the issues of all the droppings being found at these various bakeries. This is one of the causes of pollution. Well, this is what happens when there's too much pollution. It's a breeding ground for rats. Rats will find places where there is food. So if we don't do something about the pollution, it will affect us also health-wise. And the last thing that I think that the way that pollution affects us is just your overall feeling as a citizen of a nation. When you go to a country, like if you visit Barbados or the Virgin Islands, where they really stress no pollution, then you will see how the citizens walk around more proud, because their environments reflect them. And I think that our environment reflects us as citizens. We are nasty people, and we just have not realized it as yet.
Solutions for this problem?
Okay, if I was to suggest to the government some solutions, one would be, I think, to begin enforcing the laws that are on the book. Because there are many laws about polluting. There is various fines for throwing stuff out of vehicles, for having garbage out on the wrong date, but it's just that there's no enforcement of the laws. Another thing would be probably tougher legislation. Try to probably increase the amount of the fines, probably add jail time to it based on what type of pollution. And last but not least, I think the government needs to come up with some sort of incentive program for communities, whereas you award communities for the cleanliness. So say you go around each community monthly, and based on how clean your community is, maybe you may get more funding for social development. Right? Yes. Yeah. It's something I would really like to see, and I think a little more education, but more on the community level.
Okay.
Do not do it on TV and radio, because you and I both know when commercials come on TV, what do? We switch the channels to see what else is happening. So try to do more community outreach, where you go and have town hall meetings, post more flyers in communities, and basically just get it to the people instead of just doing it over the national airwaves.
Okay. So what do you suppose we as citizens do to aid in the whole no pollution act that we have here?
Well, do what I do. Every time I see someone littering, I speak out against it, whether I get cursed out or not. Because if you tell our people something out of place, they will very ignorant and may disrespect you. But I honestly believe that when you're speaking from a position of right, you should never be afraid to say what is right. So anytime you see littering, speak on it. You see someone breaking the law, report it. I'm sure there are anonymous ways of informing the proper authorities where we can get some of these problems taken care of.
And what do you think about recycling?
Oh, well, I definitely believe in recycling. What we need to do is establish major recycling plants for plastic, for glass, and for paper products. I remember as a little boy growing up in St. Thomas, I used to earn extra money going around collecting all the aluminum cans and all the paper products. We'd have to get our garbage bags and put them, and we'd get paid probably like 22 cents a pound. But we would find every aluminum can and every plastic bottle, wherever it was. We would scour the bushes just trying to find this stuff just to earn $1. And if there is some program like that where people can earn money through the recycling process, you would be amazed how little pollution you would have on St. Lucia.
because now you realize that recycling is not really part of our culture, and we do need to be educated about it, and we need to educate our youth about it.
Definitely.
Okay?
And I think, just like you said, as you mentioned, the youth, I think it really should begin, say, from kindergarten.
Yes.
Where we start giving classes on pollution, because I remember when I do things wrong, my daughter, she used to correct me. Like when I used to smoke, and she used to say, Daddy, smoking causes this, and that helped me to give up smoking. So if we educate the children, sometimes the little words that they drop on their parents has a positive effect.
What have we learned today? We have learned that there are 3 types of pollution. They are land, air, and water pollution. Pollution is very harmful to the Earth's environment. Pollution can be reduced if we clean up after ourselves.